This episode was recorded in front of a live stream audience. Join me at gaming.youtube.com/the Jessa Channel. The year is 1914, and we are about to take a ride on the Orient Express. There will be murder. There will be mystery. There will be mayhem. But most importantly, there will be the last express. All aboard! All aboard! Let's do this. Yay! That is the opening music for the beginning of our journey. So in chat, could you please let me know how the audio volumes are? Yes. Dent is saying, oh boy, this score is glorious. And it is. Today, we are playing The Last Express. This is a game created in 1997 by Jordan Mechner. And it did not sell well, unfortunately. However, it has become a treasured masterpiece in gaming because it was really far ahead of its time. The most important thing to note about this game, besides the fact that it is my favorite game of all time, is that this game is real time. It's the first game ever created that happens in real time. And you'll see what I mean by that. We'll be able to rewind time and move forward time. But when we climb on the Orient Express tonight, this evening, in this time in 1914, we will be progressing the story in real time. Also, this is the first game to have actual actors playing out parts and then coloring in the actors later on to appear cartoonish. You'll see what I mean. Also, as I said, we're riding on the Orient Express. We're going to have our own coach, our own berth. It's going to be very enjoyable. So pack your bags as we take a ride from Paris to Constantinople. Let's play a new game of The Last Express.
Mesdames et messieurs, votre attention s'il vous plaît. L'Orient Express à destination de Strasbourg, Munich, Vienne, Budapest, Belgrade, Sofia et Constantinople va partir. Les passagers sont priés de monter à bord des voitures. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The Orient Express is now leaving for Strasbourg, Munich, Vienna, Budapest, Belgrade, Sofia and Constantinople. All passengers should be on board.
All aboard! the French countryside. Oh, that intro just gives me happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Okay, so this is the last express, and we are aboard the train in a most inappropriate way. I'll show you how, first of all, the game mechanics. It's pretty simple. It's a point and click of the simplest nature. We are playing this gentleman. We'll figure out who he is in a minute. He has an inventory here. You can click on things here. We'll do that in a minute. Down here. So this is the first example of what I mean by being able to time passing. This clock will advance in real time. And this is another reason why I do not suggest that you buy the Steam Gold Edition. Don't buy that version. Buy the GOG edition, because they removed this really neat, essential way of rewinding the time. Up here, you can start another game on this egg. You can rewind, which we will be doing. And you can also fast forward once you've rewound. Over here, I'm going to raise the brightness a little bit for us, just because YouTube darkens things so much. The volume is about fine where it is, so I'll leave it. And that's basically that's it for the settings. When you want to continue game, just go on in here. If you leave the game and come back, quit and come back, you just press here to continue the game. That's it. As far as moving around, it's arrows on your screen here. You can go in this turn, basically. Turn, turn. Another fun fact about this is, and I want you to stick around until the end of this game, which will take us a couple live streams to do, because I'm going to show you as a final gift the making of video, which shows you how they made this. They actually found a real train car from the Orient Express, and one of the real ones that was in a rusting train yard. And they refurbished it and created it, made it the set for this game. So the actors are walking around in a real train car. Let me show you what I mean. Okay. So, and also it's important because the clues are happening all around you. So, this is the way we came in. We can do this. If you can interact with something, it turns into a hand. It's locked because we don't want to throw ourselves off the train, but I just thought I'd show you that. Okay, let's move forward. Another one here, also wisely locked. Let's move on into the compartment. Oh wait, before we do that, let's read what's in our inventory. By the way, welcome, Nikki. We're playing The Last Express, my favorite game. It looks here that this is a telegram from Orleans, I guess? Paris?
Cath, have come across something exceptional. More your line than mine. Depart Orient Express, 7 p.m. Friday, Gare de l'Est. You're the only one I can trust. Your pal, Tyler. P.S. Hope you're not still angry about what happened in Cuba.
I love that. They didn't have to have an actor actually read that out, but they did. Because the details of this game are incredible. So we have a telegram here from our old pal Tyler. Oh, and you see when you close something and the actor's still talking, it slowly fades away. Jordan Mechner, I love you. Thank you for making this game. Let's also read about the current news. Let me know, by the way. Good morning, Joe. So let me know how everything sounds, you know, in comparison to my voice in the game. Let's read through this. Police search for Belfast murderer. Paris, July 23rd. All Paris was on the lookout today for the man believed to have participated in the murder of Sergeant Matthew O'Connell in Belfast Monday night, and the subsequent death of Mr. Gerald Riley, the fugitive described as an American of medium height with brown hair and blue eyes. Ooh, I wonder who that is. Fled Ireland with Mr. Riley in the wake of an exchange of fire, which left Sergeant O'Connell dead, and Mr. Riley severely wounded. The fishing boat in which the men made their escape, initially presumed lost in Tuesday's storm, was found abandoned Wednesday morning on the coast of Brittany, near the village of Cambrai. Just a moment, got some on my glasses. The subsequent discovery of the body of Mr. Riley in a nearby barn launched a countrywide search for his accomplice, who had eluded the French police for 2 days and is now believed to be in the vicinity of Paris. The brutal killing of Sergeant O'Connell occurred in the shadow of the Conference of Party Leaders, which meets again today for the 4th time at Buckingham Palace. It is hoped that an agreement will be reached by which future bloodshed and civil strife in Ireland may be prevented. Good night, Vanya. Anyone who may have seen a man fitting the above description or who has any information on his whereabouts is urged to contact the police immediately. So, fun fact number 2 about this game. This game is based on real events. During the 3 days that we're going to be on the Orient Express, you can Google those days in Google and you will find the events that happened in the game are true historical events that were happening at the days that the game is playing. Everything is exact. Let's come on out of there. So they're looking for a brown-haired, blue-eyed person who may have killed someone. Could that be the person we're playing? I don't know. All right, let's go on into the cabin. Ooh, there's a lady down there. And, oh, here comes a steward. Ah.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Excuse me, can you tell me which compartment is Tyler Whitney's?
Oh, Monsieur Whitney, excuse me. Your compartment is number 1.
Ah, he thinks we're Tyler Whitney. Now, I'm going to show you the rewind. Just as he was coming up to speak to us, he was starting to say something, and then I pressed the button and interrupted him. That's where the rewind feature comes in. If you miss something, you can go back and replay it. Observe. Rewinding by just 1 moment there will allow us to go back in time. Watch.
Excuse me, can you tell me which compartment is Tyler Whitney's?
Oh, Monsieur Whitney, excuse me. Your compartment is number 1.
So that wasn't rewinding enough. Let's try it again. I want to hopefully not rewind so much that we have to watch the intro, but let's see. That should take us back. There. So you can see that we can go back and take a look at things that we may have missed. In details that seem like nothing now, but may end up being the whole crux of the situation. There's the woman. There's the conductor.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
They actually pass you in that way. Isn't that amazing? So this time you can see that I can talk to him or I can choose not to. let's play where we just don't and see what happens. We're possibly fugitives. Maybe we don't want to make light of ourselves being here. We'll walk along the train. Let's see. We could go looking for our friend Tyler Whitney, because since I rewound it, he doesn't know where Tyler Whitney's compartment is. Oh my God, I love that. So dinner's being served. Maybe Tyler's having dinner. Let's go take a look. I love how he stands and lets you pass and then sits down again. So the only thing that they did in the gold edition. So I'm sorry about, I'm talking over some important things there, but you heard him say, he was waiting for the conductor to pass. So he said, "Excusez-moi, monsieur." There's a woman with her compartment open. But I'm going to show you in a minute.
French is so funny. Madame Caillot seems to become a sort of national heroine. Somehow she's been transformed from an insignificant woman enslaved and overshadowed by her husband into a passionate avenger.
Si les petites bourgeoises se mettent à écrire l'histoire, on n'est pas sorti d'affaire.
Voilà bien une réflexion du petit aristocrate.
Arrête. Tu dis toi-même qu'elle est une Madame Bovary.
What counts is she's acted. She's the very opposite of Madame Bovary. I'd say more Joan of Arc, really.
Ooh, the English burnt at the stake.
Must you always bring that up?
Well, it happened.
What really interests me about Madame Caillot is the way the French scandals develop so differently from English ones. Like the Dreyfus affair. In England, the Jewish army...
As we walk through the train, we'll be overhearing people's conversations. Luckily, our character understands French, German. I don't think he understands Russian. If we can understand the other people, it will be translated.
Sophie.
Ne t'inquiète pas, on ne peut pas comprendre, c'est un Américain. Si on ne le regarde pas, il ne saura jamais que c'est de lui qu'on parle.
Good Lord.
C'est impressionnant, hein, comme il a l'air de venir d'ailleurs. Pas du tout comme un Européen. Veste ouverte, adorablement négligée, les cheveux légèrement décoiffés.
They certainly could use a wash.
Écoute, si tu ne t'intéresses pas aux détails, tu ne vas jamais devenir une grande romancière. Regarde ses yeux bleus si tristes. Il pourrait être l'archétype d'un héros de roman.
They're talking about our character. It's very important to look at the paper. It changes each day. And it shows you some of the amazing things. I'll read a few things, but I'll leave some of it for you to read when you play the game. By the way, this game is available on Good Old Games, and it is, I believe, $6. So, as I told you, they will show you things that are going on here. Not all of it pertains to the story. It's just background information about what's happening in the world that we're in. As I told you, it's July 23rd, 1914. Imperial and foreign intelligence, alarmist rumors from Mexico. You can read through all of the articles on the paper. Hello, Krill. Welcome. And I'm going to show you, there's a strike in Russia here. I have read through this entire paper numerous times. And as I mentioned, all of these things are real things that happened on July 23rd or were happening at that time. and can be Googled. The interest of the Callot trial reached its height today when Mademoiselle Goudin, Monsieur Callot's first wife, took her place in the witness stand. It was she who removed Monsieur's Callot's desk, removed from Monsieur Callot's desk the correspondence which, according to the defense, was the motive of Mademoiselle Callot's crime. Hello, Jasmine. Welcome. Also, there's an Austrian information here that I recommend you read even if you're not a reader. Austrian pressure on Serbia. I won't read this whole thing. I'll just give you a highlight. The Austro-Hungarian note was presented to the Serbian government at 6 o'clock last evening.
I am sorry, monsieur. What did you say the gentleman's name was? The message for Tyler Whitney. Compartment 1.
I stopped reading because there's something I can overhear.
For some time. Yes, monsieur. And please forgive me for my lack of comprehension. Excuse me.
I missed that. Let's rewind. Just a little bit more.
Joan of Arc, really.
Ooh, the English point at the stake.
Must you always bring...
I'm going to go back and read a little bit of that, and then we'll listen.
What really interests me about Madame Caillot is the way the French scandals developed so differently from the English ones.
The Austro-Hungarian note was presented to the Serbian government at 6 o'clock last evening by the Austro-Hungarian minister at Belgrade, General Baron Giesel von Gieseling. I bet that's a real name. It demands a reply within 48 hours. So there's some Austro-Serbian pressure going on right now. We'll notice that this man left at this time. And one more thing to show you. The time here is important, as I told you. You can sit down in chairs. We'll do that later. Dinner, anyone? Oh, thank you.
We have a nice table for you here in the corner. If you will please follow me.
Thank you, Rena. Hello, Rena's husband.
Please, monsieur. Have a seat.
So we have a seat. Let's observe our fellow dining car passengers. 4 people here looking sort of unpleasant. This gentleman here and this gentleman here. He's looking at his watch. Let's talk to him.
Whitney?
My name is Robert Cath, and I'm looking for Herr Whitney myself. I don't suppose you'd know where I might find him.
I have had enough of this nonsense.
Well, okay. All right, fine. Do you obey all the covenants of our church? Can you hear their voices okay? Are those loud enough? They're a little low to me, so I want to make sure that they're loud enough for you guys. I remember you. I remember you very well. Genuine Parts. I know, and I've been waiting for you to finish that program. It's got so many bugs in it, and it stopped working. And I've been very distressed about it. So yes, I do remember you.
Soon after leaving Paris, the train made an emergency stop and we saw the police carrying off a dead body. They arrested one of the passengers, an American without a ticket. The rest of us went on.
Okay, so I'm going to raise the volume a little bit because the voices are pretty important to hear. I can't raise it. Let's go over to OBS and do it that way. Okay. Joe, you know, you can never hear things. I don't know what it is about your computer. Maybe it's your hearing, but whenever you say no, I have to ask somebody else because you can never hear. She's like, I know. Don't tell me. Okay, so, yes. All right, here we go. So, let's go back in. So did you guys see what happened there? That Herr Whitney guy went running off and he went down to a compartment and found a dead body, I guess. And as a result, we were arrested. So the game, when something happens, and CO, you asked me if there were multiple endings. There are multiple endings, but they're endings like this, where the wrong thing happened and you have to go back and go, whoa, okay, I need to rewind. So we now know that if we go and talk to that Herr Whitney guy in the dining car, he's waiting for Tyler Whitney. So we'd better find Tyler before he does. Let's rewind and continue the game. So the game will automatically rewind you to where before whatever it is that mistake you made happened. Do you understand the game mechanics? So here's Herr Whitney. They're very suspicious.
Bonsoir, monsieur. We have a nice table for you here in the corner. If you will please follow me.
So we're going to not follow him and we're going to say, no, thank you. I just wanted to see the ambience of your dining car. He's going to automatically see us, but I'm going to... Ooh, what's for dinner? I'm hungry.
Bon appétit, messieurs. Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Okay, so we'd better start searching. Let's go back down the car here. It's quiet. The first service of dinner is being served. So some people are still waiting for a second service, like this woman. So we didn't get to see where Herr Whitney went.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Bonsoir. And we can't just knock on every single door. So let's kind of pretend that we're Tyler Whitney and we're looking for our compartment. That's one way to do it. There are multiple ways to complete.
Excuse me. Can you tell me which compartment is Tyler Whitney's?
Oh, Monsieur Whitney, excuse me. Your compartment is number 1.
There, simple. So this is compartment number 7. Oh, by the way, you can knock on the compartments and it's very funny to do from time to time. For example.
Monsieur, excuse me. These compartments belong to the gentleman in number 4.
سمعتني؟ امشي من هناك.
لما تلبسي زي سواق القطر. ايوه. ليه انت ما تلبسيش كده تاني الليله؟ ليه يا فاطمه انت ما تلبسيش؟
Hey kid, what are you doing? So you can listen outside of compartments. And hi Jasmine.
وكان تقريبا هيخبطني على دماغي. هو ايه مشكلته؟ هو كمان بنطلونه ضيق عليه هيتنرفز علينا. فوتي دلوقتي يهدى هو اعصابه تعبانه. I understand. It was just such a disappointment because that program was so very, very helpful. Anyway, unfortunately, they're talking in a language that cannot be understood, but we'll learn more about the passengers later on. Before we open this door, I want to take a moment to show you oh, yeah, I'll answer that question in a minute, Mothering. To show you the layout of the train car. So to do this, I'm going to switch to desktop. And I'm going to Alt-Tab out. And the only good thing about
Let me pull it up here for you. The only good thing about the gold edition on Steam is that they give you this amazing picture of the train. So I'll show you where we are in relation to the train. Okay, so here. Let me lower chat. So this is the Paris-Constantinople train that we are on. This is the baggage car. This is a private compartment owned by this gentleman. We are currently in this compartment here. Hopefully you can see my mouse. Yeah, you can. Good. This compartment down here on the bottom, this one here, is another sleeping car. We were just in the dining car, and there's another baggage car from the Paris, and then there's the front of the locomotive here, the front of the train. So that's a good way to see the entire Orient Express train that we are currently on. Let's head back to the game. Here comes the conductor announcing second service, perhaps. Now, everybody has their own schedules and they do things, so you have to play the game multiple times to see all the different things that people will do. For example, let's eavesdrop.
Ah, vous voulez dire Monsieur Whitney? Il est ici.
Peux-tu lui dire que Monsieur Schmidt l'attend au restaurant? Il me semble qu'il attend depuis un bon moment.
Ah, l'allemand, le nouveau riche.
René, contrôlez votre vocabulaire.
Ah, je suis désolé, mon oncle. Mais vous savez, il ne comprend pas un mot de français. À la gare.
Ça n'a pas d'importance. Je parle français et si j'entendais n'importe quel autre conducteur s'exprimer de cette manière, il serait renvoyé au prochain arrêt.
Je suis désolé, mon oncle.
Arrête de m'appeler mon oncle. C'est déjà suffisant de savoir que nous sommes parents. Pas besoin que tu me le rappelles sans arrêt.
Je suis désolé, monsieur. Pardonnez-moi. Ça ne se reproduira plus.
Bon, à part ça, tout va bien?
Tout va bien. À part le voyageur du 7, il a 4 compartiments remplis de femmes voilées. Et dès que je passe dans le couloir, il me dévisage, comme si j'étais prêt à les violer.
Tu sais à qui ces femmes appartiennent, non?
Mahmoud Matka, c'est ce que dit la liste des passagers.
Ça, c'est le nom du garde du port. Ils sont très discrets. Ils vont éviter.
À lui, alors? Je n'y crois pas.
Alors fais attention, d'accord?
Mais mon oncle, vous savez que je suis marié. Par contre, vous...
Je t'ai dit, tu as dit de ne pas m'appeler mon oncle. Ça suffit. Au travail.
Let's just turn around and, mind our own business.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
So, a couple questions. Mothering said, what if we kept going forward after the arrest? You cannot go forward after the arrest. You can only rewind and then go forward to up to the time you were at.
Excusez-moi, monsieur, c'est le conducteur.
Uh-oh. Mon Dieu!
Soon after leaving Paris, the train made an emergency stop and we saw the police carrying off a dead body. They arrested one of the passengers, an American without a ticket. The rest of us went on.
Ending number 2. That was incorrect. So you're beginning to see how the game works. The characters are moving through time in real time. The German man spoke to the conductor and said, I am waiting for Herr Whitney. Where is he? And the conductor said, pardon, monsieur, I will go and look for him. And then he walked down to the end of the train and talked to his nephew. And we overheard that. And then the conductor nephew went up and knocked on the door, found the dead body. If we had let Herr Whitney, if we had let time pass, Herr Whitney finds the body. Do you understand? So the game is saying, hey, you need to find a way to get to that body first and disguise it or get rid of it or something. So let's do that. We're going to rewind again. I'm going to rewind a little bit more than the game took us, back to about here, to give us a little bit more time to complete our tasks. And then Jasmine asked me earlier. No, Electric Babies asked me. By the way, hello, Electric Babies. I love your name. Electric Babies asked me how old this game is. It's from 1997. Shall we continue?
Excuse me, can you tell me which compartment is Tyler Whitney's?
Oh, Monsieur Whitney, excuse me. Your compartment is number 1.
So I'm doing this on purpose to show you the fail states, and it shows you better how the game works. If I did it all perfectly, you wouldn't see how things went down. I love how you can overhear people talking. There's that annoying boy. Oh, Tyler! 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 Oh no! Oh, crap. Well. Charlene's like, I hope we get... Yeah, exactly. We are a murderer and a train hopper. She's like, I hope we get caught. Well, we do get caught. Numerous times over and over again. We just got caught twice. So we've got a real problem here. So when I first played this game, I was like, oh my gosh, oh crap, oh shoot. Oh. Okay, so we've got a dead body in this beautiful compartment. Now remember, one of the things I love about this is the details. So I think, oh my gosh, you guys, you know what we should do? Let's call the conductor and be like, help, help. So, you know, actually, let's do this. Let's pull the alarm because there's a dead body, okay? And we're good law-abiding citizens, right? Right? Right?
It turned out he wasn't a passenger at all, but a fugitive who'd boarded the train in Paris. At any rate, they got him.
Maybe not. Maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe, since we're fugitives and big buttheads, we shouldn't do that. CO, I don't know. I don't know. CO's asking me how long the game is. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Go Google how long to beat The Last Express and then let us know. I want to say like 20 hours, but I could be totally wrong. I don't know. Because, like, I play slowly and I like to see all the things, so I go back and rewind a lot. So other people might be able to just slam through it, which I don't recommend. That's missing the whole freaking point. Anyway, let's go back in. Okay, so we are back here outside the door. We know what's going to greet us, so let's just... And there's no need to knock because the conductor might be looking at us, and it's not. It's our compartment, so why would we knock? I mean, according to what the conductor thinks. That music. It's like the ultimate slasher music. I sound like a distressed cat. 10 hours? Really? Yeah, forget it. I don't think it's gonna be 10 hours for me. I think it's gonna be more like 15. Okay, so this hand shows, let's look around and see. First of all, let's look around the compartment. So we're gonna step over this body in a cold and unfeeling manner. And then, okay, so we can make up the berth here. What does this do? Okay. Some of the things, and I'm going to show you things that you can do when you're playing the game. You can hear people going by outside the door. You can also call the conductor, which is fun. So go ahead and try that. I won't show it to you to encourage you to play the game, but go ahead and press the bell and see what happens when the conductor comes. So we have the bed here. We could pick him up. Okay, so that is like the most awful way to hide a body ever. Let's do it. Nothing to see here. Let's just watch this. And then let's just sit down and have some coffee. That's funny. We can just like, I want to sit down on this. I don't think you can. But it's so funny if you could just sit down and just be like, nobody here. Nobody here. So you can hear them talking outside. And what we're hearing is the conductor and the attendant talking. And if you remember, we overheard that whole conversation. And he was saying something. He was saying, Herr Whitney is looking for, I mean, Herr, whatever his name is, the German guy is looking for Tyler Whitney. And they're having that conversation right now. So, gee, what's going to happen? I don't know. Let's see. So, if we open this window and think about climbing out and trying to make a getaway, let's see what happens. One of the biggest things about the gold edition on Steam, this sound you hear, they muted that sound for reasons I can't understand. So the game is not allowing us to crawl out. So. It'll be all squishy. Jasmine, you're cute. Okay, so let's look around the cabinet. By the way, I welcome suggestions from chat. If you guys are like, no, no, don't do that, do this. Did you guys hear the conductor was calling us?
Monsieur Whitney, are you in there?
Shoot, what do we do? What do we do? Run for it! Hide, quick!
Excusez-moi, monsieur. What's that on your jacket?
Excuse me?
Mais c'est du sang.
We saw a man in a blood-stained jacket being taken off the train by 2 policemen. Apparently, he'd killed another passenger, a Mr. Tyler Whitney. The train went on without him.
Whoops! Exactly. Joe is saying that one day and he'd start to smell. I mean, do you guys really want to spend the whole trip in a cabin with a dead body? I don't know. All right, let's rewind quite a bit. I like to rewind more than the game suggests to give me more time to figure out what to do. And I suggest the same for you. Mothering, this is what I was talking about here. We've rewound so I can fast forward only up to the current time where we are. You see, and then it stops. I can't fast forward anymore. So you can't fast forward into the future. You can't jump into the future. You can only jump into the future that you already played or already lived. Okay, so let's go back, rewind. We're going to go quite a ways back. Give us some time.
Joan of Arc, really. Ooh, the English burnt at the stake.
So you can see this takes us all the way back to where we were. We're going to walk here. Kind of booking it a little bit. So I'm going to... Oh, little tip. If you want to go to the end of the train really quickly to save your finger, just to the end of the carriage. Just double click. Double click and it'll automatically take you there. Very easy. Okay, so we're going to skip asking him. We've already done that. Let's go on in and be prepared for knife music again.
Tyler.
Hi, Angel. Okay, so we can hide him, and I'm gonna actually hide him under the, well, yeah, I'm gonna hide him under the bed because I want to show you what happens when you do that. But despite the fact that it's like awful, thing to do to your best friend. Let's go ahead and do that again. Wait, nope. So we're going to pull up the bed. And as I told you, this is a faithful recreation. This is exactly how the beds worked on an Orient Express train from this time period. Isn't that funny how you can buckle yourself into bed for a rough ride? Okay. See you later, Tyler, in the afterlife. I love this. Okay, so we have learned that the conductor will spot us because we have a bloody jacket on. So let's put this, there's a jacket here, convenient. Let's put it on. Okay. At this point, you can now look out of the window. This is fun. I just love to do that. And actually watch this. You know, just how you get around places. You know, if you want to go to the bathroom and you don't want to be seen by your neighbors, tinkling down, running down the toilet. You just go out the outside of the train. Makes total sense. Guess we're not going that way. All right. Well, we'll keep in mind that we can see this, you know, this window. Let's keep that in mind. I'm a real daredevil. All right, so let's take a look at this. Valeste just said, you said faithful recreation, and my mind immediately went to, they really found a body. Strapped in like that. In bed. Yeah, they did. That's how faithful it was. So when we opened this, did you hear the special music? Let's do it again. Oh, crap. Stupid game. Anyway, oh, what's this down here? Whose could that be? Let's check our inventory now. Oh, we now have a box of matches because Tyler was a smoker. And we have this gorgeous garment. Let's explore a little bit. A bag. Tyler Whitney's bag. A telegram.
I accept. Get out of town for a while anyway. Book double compartment in your own name. Don't mention mine. Maybe a little late. I'll meet you on the train. Cat. P.S. Still angry about you.
Monsieur Whitney, are you in there?
The conductor is coming in. They will barge in after a while, so we'd better answer the door.
Monsieur Whitney,
See?
Schmidt is waiting for you in the restaurant car.
Herr Schmidt is waiting for us. So we'll go and see him and take a look at that stuff. Well, let's actually take a look at this really quickly. Oops. A lot of turning around here. Sorry about that. Where was I? There we go. Okay, so I don't know if you were able to hear that. But hopefully you were able to read it. What could this be? It's in Russian. So our character can understand Russian, but he cannot read it. Oh, by the way, Heather should be here. Hey, somebody go at Heather in Discord and tell her we got Russian going on here. That's exactly what Kieran just said. Kieran and I. Hi, sister. So we have this Russian poem. We need to figure out what it means. Doesn't look like there's anything else of interest. A fresh shirt, we'll need that. We'll explore our compartment later. So you can hang out in your compartment because people go through their own times. After a while, Herr Whitney will get bored and fed up of waiting, and he'll come over and bother you. If you want to see that, buy the game and play it through and just wait here or look around in here, and eventually he'll come. Not too long, too. That kid is annoying. Let's see if we can kick him in the pants.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Uh-oh. Who are these people?
François, viens ici. Arrête tout de suite.
Oh, so they're in this compartment. Those people that are kind of rough looking are in compartment G.
Excuse me.
Pardon me.
Veux-tu cesser, s'il te plaît, ou je t'abandonne
Oh.
dans la prochaine gare allemande? Ça te plairait?
Excuse me. Got a light? Thanks. Haven't we met somewhere before?
It's possible. I don't think I would have remembered.
Burn.
Excuse me.
Okay, first of all, smoking is bad for you, and second of all, your kid is a brat. Okay, here are the two ladies that were in the dining car, so they're done with their meal and have made their way back to their compartment. And sometimes I play this game.
Excuse me.
He was at dinner when we went with Herr Whitney. He was in there. She's finally calmed down her little boy. But I've played this game where I've just gone through and rewound and watched people and followed them. And sure enough, they all follow a timetable. Separate timetables. Herr Whitney, I presume?
Ah, Herr Whitney. You are different than I had imagined.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I ran across an old friend.
One does have the most unexpected encounters on trains. Shall we get down to business? Have you brought the gold? First you kept me waiting, now you don't answer me. I have kept my half of the bargain. If something has gone wrong, I would like to know it.
Nothing has gone wrong.
I'm glad. I trust that you will not mind if I asked to see the gold.
I trust you won't mind either if I ask to see what I'm buying.
To see it? But you know that is impossible. The merchandise will be put on the train at Munich. It is
Munich.
what we agreed.
Good.
It's what we agreed.
Herr Schmidt, it's been a pleasure. We'll talk again after Munich.
Herr Schmidt, it's been a pleasure, dude. It's been a pleasure, you bald old fart.
Bonsoir, monsieur. We have a nice table for you here in the corner. If you will please follow me.
So at this point we can sit down.
Please,
Unfortunately, I don't think they offer you dinner. You can just look around. There's that lady. Maybe we should talk to her again and see if we can't get cold burned.
Oui, madame. Avez-vous fait votre choix?
Yes, I'll have the beef fillet.
Le filet de bœuf jardinière. Very good. Is madame dining alone?
Yes.
Very good, madame.
Is Madame dining alone?
Соблюдала все заветы нашей церкви.
Да, дедушка.
So they're still eating. So, at this point, like I said, I don't think the waiter comes over and offers us anything.
Does Monsieur wish to order dinner?
Yes, I will have the roast duck and a bottle of 96 Bordeaux.
Very good, Monsieur.
He just ordered a bottle of 1896 Bordeaux. He said 96 Bordeaux. Can you imagine how much money that would be worth right now? Woo.
Тебе нравится это блюдо?
Да.
По-моему, это замечательно.
Вы себя чувствуете прекрасно.
So there's all kinds of things going on. Let's get up and talk to this lady over here. See if we can't get coal burned again.
Mind if I join you?
That's bold. Is it customary in America to be so forward?
In certain circles, it's not unheard of.
I must have been moving in the wrong circles. I hope you find somewhere to sit.
Sizzle. Okay, so, by the way, Heather, welcome. I see you here. And, Heather, we have something in our inventory. Heather is our resident Russian speaker, or, well, I should say Russian learner. She loves everything Russian. So look at this, Heather.
Le figue de bœuf jardinière.
Thank you.
Will there be anything else, madame? No? Bon appétit.
It's Greek to me, Heather. So yeah, Herr Schmidt is German. Anyway, do you recognize any words? Don't worry, Heather. We're just having. Don't worry. You don't have to. She's like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Jesus, what is this, a test? Ah.
Ça sent mauvais. Assieds-toi, François, et garde tes opinions pour toi.
So I'm gonna take that off the screen.
Tu es au restaurant maintenant, avec des adultes, et j'exige que tu te comportes. Claude, dis-tu de s'asseoir convenablement.
The restaurant car.
Regardez donc à la fenêtre, François.
Okay, so, if we try and go, we can eventually go back here.
Voyage pour une année peut-être, plus, puisque nous allons vivre avec ton père à Badan. Pourquoi? Parce que ton père va travailler là-bas, dans la raffinerie de pétrole. Pourquoi?
Excusez-moi.
Décrivez-nous l'endroit où nous allons. Je sais que François voudrait en savoir plus.
Voilà,
Décrivez-nous un
monsieur.
peu la ville.
Le canard
La
rôti.
ville. J'en ai aucune idée. Je passe tout mon temps sur le chantier ou à inspecter.
So, there's a lot of conversation going on in this game. I'm gonna go out here for a minute. There's a lot of conversation going on in this game, and we can't feasibly hear it all. So I'll let you hear and get a little taste of each passenger, like that little family. You could see that they were traveling to Abadan. And so, and by the way, some of the places they mentioned, and they were so exact that some of the places that they mentioned existed in 1914 and no longer exist now. Like Constantinople no longer exists. Well, it's a different name, basically. So some places they use the names that were the common terminology for locations in 1914. Okay. And for those of you guys just stepping in, we are playing The Last Express. Hello, Kaylin. It's a wonderful game. A wonderful game. I'm so glad you're here to join us. We are playing The Last Express for those of you guys just coming in. There are a lot of people in here today. And we are on the Orient Express, and also you'll be able to see here that you can rewind all the way back to Paris if you wanted to. So this is the other way in which you can see the journey unfolding. Yeah. So in order to keep our Let's Play at a reasonable length, a lot of the game I will leave for you to discover, but I will give you the flavors of it. And then you can mix the soup yourself. All right, so let's go in. There's a gentleman here. I think we can offer him this. So, well, what the heck, baby? Let's just offer him that.
Could you tell me what this paper says?
It's a Russian fairy tale for children.
Could you translate it for me?
Do you know what a fairy tale is? It's one of the ways the exploiters make the people forget that they're enslaved. For 100 years, Russian peasants have told their children this story of a hero who plucks the tail feather from a firebird. Child goes to bed with an empty stomach and dreams of a hero who will never come.
Sorry I asked.
There are 2 Russian speakers in our chat today, and one of them is Krill, and he is saying that he recognized the word firebird and wolf. Krill, you are correct. You'll see later on, if you haven't played this game yet, you are correct. That's really impressive. Okay, so this man here translated it for us, but he is not interested in our company. We can sit down here, but I think it's best to go back to our compartment for now and see if we can do a little bit more exploring.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Excusez-moi, monsieur. Check this. Would you like to know what he's doing? What do you think that the attendant is doing right now? A little hint. Look at the time. What do you think the attendant is doing right now? He's knocking on compartments. Girlish giggles. Like I said, you can knock on the compartment doors. Did you hear that? Over the dog. He knocked on the door and he said, chat, did anyone hear that? What he said? Okay, scary dog. Let's move on. Let's move on. So I'm just going to knock at some of the doors just to see what happens. Ain't nobody home.
Yes? Who is it? Sorry, these doors all look alike. My mistake.
Sorry, these doors all look alike. My mistake. Oh, that conductor is brave. You know, see how he skipped that door because of that dog? He was like, oh, heck no. I'm not going in there. I'm sorry I talked over him, but anyway. So let's continue down to our own compartment.
Excusez-moi, madame. Excusez-moi, monsieur. Ah, Monsieur Whitney, excusez-moi. His Excellency wishes to receive you in his private car.
His Excellency?
Yes, monsieur. He's waiting for you.
His Excellency? His Excellency? They're getting busy making babies. Yeah, couldn't hear him over the dog. Yeah. Fallen Angel got it. He's checking the beds. Yep. On the Orient Express, they turn down the beds for you because it's the most premier way to travel at that time. Nothing was more exquisite to travel on than the Orient Express. So let's go down. I'm going to double click to go down here because it turns out that we need to see His Excellency, whoever that is. And here is his entryway. So to remind you again, I'm going to put up the desktop here. That's my tea party. That's not what I wanted. Let's see. I'm gonna keep this graphic up for us so I can refer to it from time to time and help those of you who are new here. But if you recall, this is our sleeping car here, and this is the private car we are about to enter here. And it's owned by someone here, so we're gonna find out. They're on to us in chat. They're like, uh-oh. I'm not going to ruin it for those of you guys watching, but chat's already aware. They're like, crap! Crap! Quick! We're criminals! Quick, do something! Uh-oh. You guys didn't see that, okay? You didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing. I completely forgot that that was there. We'll just go on in. Didn't see nothing. Didn't see no how.
Hello. It seems I've been sent for by someone named His Excellency. That wouldn't be you, would it?
She's friendly. A swank place. Let's steal everything that isn't set down. Let's see, what can we steal?
Unexpected pleasure, Mr. Robert Cath.
Usually people call me Tyler Whitney.
You should take care when choosing a name for yourself. Names have power. The most primitive cultures understood this, but of course it will be as you prefer.
Not everyone has the luxury of choosing his own name, Mr.
Sorry about that. It turns out that the screen has gotten very small. Sorry, let me fix that. I'll try. Hold on a second. Jay, you know good and well it wasn't because of that snake. Okay, got it, guys. Sorry about that. My apologies. Let's go back. Because we can rewind when I make a mistake like that and forget to change, we can just go back. Go back a second or two here.
What an
Here we go.
Unexpected pleasure, Mr. Robert Cath.
Usually people call me Tyler Whitney.
You should take care when choosing a name for yourself. Names have power. The most primitive cultures understood this, but of course it will be as you prefer.
Not everyone has the luxury of choosing his own name, Mr.
Kronos. Whether you are Cath or Whitney is a matter of indifference to me. I am prepared to continue the discussions begun by my agent in Paris, provided that you have the peace of which you spoke.
Is Kronos your first name or your last name?
I have no time to continue these delightful discussions of names. I have brought with me a rather heavy briefcase. I would like to know now if the proposed exchange interests you, and if you are capable of completing it.
Not just at the moment, but I have hopes of being able to do so.
In that case, we have nothing further to discuss. I myself must leave the train in Vienna. In case we do not see each other again, I wish you a pleasant journey to Istanbul, and continued success in evading the British and French authorities. Have a pleasant evening, Mr. Cath. Kahina will show you out.
Kahina? I love it. Kahina will show you out. Slam. Just slam that door right in your face. Okay, so, oh. So, as we can see, the conductors are going through, the attendants are going through making up the beds. So, I will spare you what happens when he comes in to make up the bed. You can imagine. We need to do...
Who are you?
This is my compartment. Who are you?
This is Tyler Whitney's compartment. Where is Tyler?
He's indisposed. Oh, yeah. This one is a little scene I don't like, because I have to... You have to... dodge his... Oh! Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so oopsie. Oopsie doodles. If I recall correctly, well, hey, guess what, you guys? We have a strategy guide. I'm trying to remember how you get past this one. It just involves clicking kind of quickly. There's 2 places in the game that have this kind of quick click stuff that I don't like. As you well know, I'm not good at that. But we have a strategy guide here, so I'm going to cheat. I mean, research. Oh, also, it gives you bios. I'm sorry about it being backwards, but it gives you bios of every person on the train. Another reason why. You can still get this if you search on eBay. You can occasionally find a copy if you really want one. I had to wait for a while. Oh, by the way, I forgot something that's pretty important. So we're going to rewind a little bit more. We're going to skip this.
Pleasure, Mr. Robert Cath.
So it'll just fast forward us. You can see the egg down here. That means time is quickly passing. So we'll go out here. So one of the things that we want to do.
Excusez-moi, monsieur. Bonsoir, Monsieur Whitney.
So the conductor is going to go by and he's going to make up the beds, check the doors, that kind of stuff. There's lots of occasions to do what I'm about to do. It's helpful for the game. Okay, so while he's not paying any attention, he's got a little booklet here. Let's see what's in it. He likes to draw. So first of all, here is a train thing here. So let's take this.
I have brought with me a rather heavy briefcase. I would like to know now if the proposed exchange interests you and if you are capable of completing it.
This is Monsieur Kronos. If you click on each name, you'll get a little voice, as you can see. So let's do that.
Please come. You're the only one I can trust.
A Russian, Alexei Dolnikov.
It's a Russian fairy tale for children.
August Schmidt.
The merchandise will be put on the train at Munich. It is what we agreed.
Good. We'll talk again after Munich.
Mahmoud Makta. And then this guy here is a Serb. Don't know who he is.
И соблюдала все заветы нашей церкви.
Да, дедушка. Вы себя чувствуете
The police arrested one of the passengers, an American without a ticket. Apparently he was a fugitive, something to do with the Irish troubles. Sophie was sorry to see him go.
CO, doesn't that make you like 9 years old? Huh. Really? Am I doing my math right? Well, now I'm even more upset that I accidentally showed that picture. Oh gosh. Oh, CO. That makes him what, 11? Oh my goodness. So we're gonna skip that again. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So we need to book it.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
So I'm gonna wait for him to turn around, then we're gonna grab this. We'll look at his illustrations and then we're gonna have to move kind of quickly. Because we waited so long to do this. I'm gonna grab this. And then this shows things that are going on in real time here. I invite you to look at this. These are real pictures from history. Okay. That might actually be a real journal. We need to turn around here and book it down here pretty quickly. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I double clicked and it takes you all the way to the next compartment. So, let's head over here. Oh, wait, yeah. This is really hard. We have to try and grab the knife from him.
Ubizzo!
Anybody know what ubizzo means? I think it means I'm gonna kill you. Okay. Oh, crap. So hold on a second. Well, I meant to get the strategy guide and look it up here. But let's look this up. And then after we finish this fight, we'll go to our first break. Okay, so ubizzo. Okay, here. Oh, I got right to the page. Good. Oh, yeah. This just... Okay, so here's what it says. Each time Milos, who's trying to kill us, begins to lunge with the knife, click quickly to jump back. When Milos tries a sideways slash instead of a forward lunge, this is your chance. Click to dodge back. Then, when the cursor briefly changes to a hand icon, click again to grab Milos's arm. So it's basically just that thing I'm horrible at, you know. Ubizza! Am I saying it completely wrong, Krill? Probably. Okay, so. Okay, let's do this again. Forward slash. Forward slash. Forward slash. Side slash. Got him. Woo!
As I was about to say, I didn't kill him.
I love he hands his knife back.
My name is Robert Cath.
So you are Cath? Tyler spoke of you. He was afraid you were angry with him.
He shouldn't have worried. That was a long time ago. You better tell me what's going on. Tyler had a meeting with someone named August Schmidt. What was that about?
Where's the gold?
What gold? I saw
What
a
gold?
box in a hell of a mess.
Then we are lost. How can I tell this to the general? Oh, I must tell to the others.
What general? What were you and Tyler mixed up in?
You must tell no one about this. No one.
Not even the train conductor?
You've been warned. Zenaruka, the Black Hand.
Zenaruka, the Black Hand. All right, so who's the Black Hand? I mean, well, okay, don't say it, Jessa. Don't do it. I'm gonna avoid making a silly racist joke. Okay, so, all right, so we now have a bit of a problem. The Black Hand, somebody's trying to knife us. This object is wanted by Kronos, that rich guy in the back car, whatever was in here, which we don't have. And oh gosh, a body. We got to get rid of a body too. I forgot. We don't need it. Fine, we're good.
Don't bother making up the bed. I'll find it easier to sleep if you just leave it as it is.
Monsieur, you will be surprised at how comfortable our beds are. Many people who say they never sleep on trains find that...
I told you to leave it.
Of course, monsieur. It's as you wish. Have a pleasant night, monsieur.
Whew. That was close. But we have got to get rid of that body. Which we will do after the break.